Howdy, howdy, howdy. So this is kind of a follow-up to the broadcast from that I did this week about the live mixing rock stuff. And towards the end of it, I was pretty happy with it, but I was also complaining a little bit about my drum sound and the fact that I didn't have any of my typical samples to augment the natural kit, and I was just left with Groove Agent. Well, I pulled my samples over to this new computer that I'm using, and one thing that I've always wanted to do with Groove Agent, but I just never realized how, was to load a whole bunch of different samples into each different pad and have one pad trigger, or I'm sorry, having one MIDI note trigger a whole bunch of different pads. Well, I figured out how to do that, and I've made a quick little preset right here for several different samples that I use regularly. And I'm going to show you exactly what I did and how I got here and how I've just kind of implemented that into this new mix. So real quick, let's hear where we left off. This is the original drums.
I don't care what you gave me, I just don't care anymore. And I just feel like...
Okay, so they sound fine. Sound like where we left off. With this new MIDI track that I'm going to switch to, I'm just going to mute. Here's my samples blended in, and I'll switch back and forth so you can hear it a little bit.
I don't care what you gave me, I just don't care anymore. And I just feel like letting go. I thought that I should let you know I don't care. I don't care. I don't care anymore.
Right, so it's just a little bit bigger, a little bit punchier, a little bit more exciting. And I've done very, very little processing to all of these samples. They're pretty much just stock right out here, and I've routed them to my kick, snare, and room buses. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to solo this out. Well, the first thing I did was I took all of my pads, I cleared out all the kits, and I set them using this little icon right here, and then right click and edit learn trigger note so that bam, bam, C1. I set all of these 8 pads to C1, so now I have 8 different kick sounds that I can pick from if I wanted to. And if I change the MIDI note on any of them, or on my MIDI track, all of them react the same. Yay! That's super flexible, so I can kind of blend and mix and match as I see fit. I did the same up here and have these 8 pads as snare sounds. And I'll just kind of loop a little section right here, since I'm only doing this. Cool. And then, because Cubase and Groove Agent are pretty cool, let me hide this. I go over to my media bay. I found go over to my file browser, and I just found my drum samples that I wanted to use. So, because Cubase can do this, I just select these 8 tracks right here, and I would take them and I would dump them right here. They would get added to this pad, and then all I'd have to do is click on it and select round robin. And now all 8 of those different sounds are going to get triggered eventually. Right, so you're not going to get that weird flamming like you will sometimes. Robin. Make sure that's... There we go. Do it to all of them. Apparently, I got a little too excited. These are single hits, so they don't matter. But those multi-hits, they're just round robins. So let's hear my variety of sounds that I have. Let's go to my kick room. It's kind of quiet right now just because of the blend. And that's quiet and process because it's routed to my room track. So a variety of different sounds here. I've got the same variety of different sounds over here. I don't have any toms loaded in, but I could do that over here too. And now here's the other cool, awesome, amazing thing with Groove Agent. Right over here, this kick is coming out output 2. This one is coming out output 3, output 4, output 5 to my mixer. And that's all of these right here. So I have complete total control of all of my individual sounds. I can blend them, I can mix them and match them, route them, process them however I want to and however I need to, including like flipping the phase on a couple of the samples because I needed to do that. But yeah. It's a huge drastic difference. I can't believe I never did this before, and I think you should do it too. I know people like to use Trigger and they like to load up 8 or 9 different samples into Trigger, or however many they can fit, 6 different samples into Trigger, and that's your kick sound, but you don't get the flexibility of EQing them all separately. Right, that's kind of a big thing. You still have all the flexibility of envelopes and stuff like that, but you can't process them individually, and you're limited to 6. Like if I wanted to, I could have up to 32 different outputs of kick because of this right here. Right, I'm only using 16 right now. I'm gonna have, once I add in my toms, I'll probably have 2 different types of toms and 4 toms each. So that's 8. Maybe I'll have 4 different types of toms and 4 toms each. Right, use another 16 channels, and this one instrument can load up all of my drum samples that I will blend and mix and match for whatever song that I'm working on to get a cool, big, exciting thing. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you today, in my moment of, oh, this is super easy. Cool. Honestly, like if Steinberg just sold Groove Agent SE as this interface and let us load our own samples into it like I'm just doing here for like 30-40 bucks, I personally think it would sell like hotcakes, because I don't know of another sampler that can do this level of stuff like I'm thinking, like I want to do. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching and geeking out on stuff with me. I'm going to save this preset so that it's with me and I have my round robins turned on. Okay, there we go. Overwrite. Take it easy. Keep it sleazy. We'll see you next time for a live stream.